There's totally a kid that just pulled over and he's taking a piss on the side of the road. And I'm legit sitting here with a camera and he's peeing. I might put him on blast. That kid's peeing right now, you guys. Do you see him in yellow? Doesn't even care. I just filmed you, buddy. You're pissing over there. What's up, guys? It's Kara here. I am sitting on the side of the road to talk to you right now. I just had a quick weekend trip to see my parents. For me, I had thought about vlogging. I actually did a couple clips and then I got there, and for those that YouTube or have any kind of social media platform, your mind's kind of always going. You're thinking about what can I get that'll be a good clip, what's fun and different and interesting, what's the best. It can be a lot on your mind, and you also will find when you're constantly doing that, you're not living as present in those situations with those memories you could be making, those people that you don't see that often. So I had started my day vlogging yesterday. I got to my parents and then I even brought my camera inside with good intentions of just filming some stuff, but I just ended up chatting with my family and talking all night long till 1 a.m. It was great, and I just decided I wasn't gonna vlog. I wasn't gonna try to do any kind of video. I just wanted to live in the moment and enjoy that time with my family, and I'm glad I did. It was really great. It was a short trip, but I really enjoyed it and have no regrets about that. And sometimes you just need to take that time for yourself. I've definitely felt more like that than normal with YouTube for whatever reason. So that's where some of the lack of vlogs comes in, just because I'm trying to focus on all those other areas of my life and kind of focus where I need to, I guess, at the time. So still miss you guys though. I wanted to do a video, so I thought I would take a little pit stop here on the side of the road. Sketch City, middle of nowhere. Not currently sure where I am right now. Probably about an hour out from Syracuse, and thought I would stop on the side of the road and talk to you for a minute here. One thing I just wanted to talk about, and let me know if these are videos you would like more information on. It is, August 14th. My mom's birthday is tomorrow. Babs, happy birthday. Shout out to you. People are going back to school now. A lot of students have already gone back, or maybe you're winding down to go back in the next couple weeks. And I wanted to do a video talking quick about specifically for dietitians or those who are going to school for dietetics. I have gotten tons of requests. My So You Want to Be Registered Dietitian videos have gotten so many views. I have 2 of those up. If you haven't watched those and you're interested in going into the field, for those that email me, I typically refer you to those videos first and foremost. Part of being a registered dietitian is in your senior year of college applying for an internship. So it's something I wanted to talk about quick and give you some of my pro tips on how to ensure you get an internship. So for myself, I was in a coordinated program. We're part of going to Syracuse University in New York. When I applied there, the package deal with doing my last 2 years of college also involved my internship. So my internship was wrapped into my senior year of college. So when I completed my bachelor's degree, I had also completed my internship. It was extremely intensive. You had to do schoolwork on top of your 32-hour-a-week internship. It was a lot to take in. So most colleges don't actually offer that anymore. And what happens is those of you about to complete your bachelor's in nutrition need to decide whether or not you're going to apply for an internship. In order to get that RD credential and to be able to sit for the exam, you have to take those required internship hours at an accredited university. There's lots and lots of different types of internship programs out there. So the first thing I would suggest you doing, because you're going to start applying in the fall, what you need to start doing now is think about where you would want to intern in terms of location. You have to think about cost when applying for an internship because they're not free. Typically, for the most part, you're not getting paid doing a dietetic internship. Probably one of the only areas you're going to get paid is if you go into, I believe there's military internship programs that do pay you. However, most internship programs, you're not going to get paid. So you need to think about the cost associated with it if you have to move, living expenses, how you're going to afford your life. Some people just take out a loan. Some people only apply to internships that are close to home, maybe where you're currently living. Those are things you need to think about first and foremost, is the location and the expense associated with it. In terms of expense, one common mistake I've seen many students make, I've been very involved with Syracuse University and how they go about choosing interns in that whole process. I often sit in on the interviews and the selection process for the interns. One of the things you also need to remember is don't sell yourself short and only apply to one internship. There's a matching system when it comes to applying for your internships. You actually select and you rank your top 3 places you'd like to go. What needs to happen is you rank, say, Syracuse University number 1. If Syracuse University doesn't choose you or doesn't rank you in their top candidates, you're not going to have a match and you're not going to get selected. There's so many dietetic students that apply to internships and make the mistake of only applying to one because it costs money to apply to these internships, kids. It's not free. Some cost more than others. Some are more involved than others. But please, don't make the mistake of not applying to enough internships. Don't throw all your eggs in one basket here because it is competitive as fuck and it's really, really hard to separate yourself from the next candidate. So be advised that you're gonna want to apply. I would recommend 3 to 4 internship programs. Find your top 3 to 4, start working to set aside the money now and apply to at least 3 to 4 internship programs. So many students don't match. And if you don't, that's okay. You end up changing your game plan for a year or so and maybe apply in the future. But the first thing you have to do is really figure out where you're willing to go and apply to a few different programs. So please do me that favor. Don't make that mistake and not do that. The other thing you're going to want to look at as well is what type of internship program interests you. Some internship programs are heavily focused in one area of dietetics. For instance, some are very food service focused. Some are very community program focused. Some are more focused on acute care, working in a hospital. Then you're going to have other programs that give you a nice variation of each of the different areas of dietetics. You don't spend an extreme amount of time in any one area. It's kind of evenly distributed between food service, community, long-term care, acute care. There's different internship programs out there. So in my experience, I interned at a program that gave you experience at each of the different areas. So I interned 8 weeks, 4 weeks at each of those different types of locations. And why I personally really enjoyed that and would recommend you do the same when looking for your internship program is it gives you a little dabble in each of those worlds. And while sitting here right now in your senior year, you may think you know what field you want to go into. You may think you hate long-term care. You may think you never want to work in food service. But if you don't try it out, you may not ever know. Your internship program is such a fun, amazing time to really get a great glimpse at what the different jobs are out there, what the different duties look like, and get a feel for what your skill set is and where you can really excel. And for me, I really learned that overall, I kind of liked every area I interned at. And that just is reflective of my personality. I'm pretty adaptable. I can make the best out of any situation. So for me, I enjoyed every site I went to and I got the most out of it. There were certain areas that interested me more than others, but I'm really glad I got the opportunity to experience every different area so that I kind of had a feel for where I would want to see myself after I graduated. It's up to you, think about it, but I would personally really recommend for you guys to look into programs that are going to give you a good example of the different jobs you could have after you graduate. Lastly, the other thing I want to touch on real quick, and I can do a separate video if anyone's interested, whether you're a dietitian or just someone in the workforce. I can nail interviews like a boss, and you guys need to be ready to do the same, especially for an internship program or really for any job. You need to sit there and you need to think about what is going to set you apart so that when you go to interview, they're going to remember you and they're going to remember why they need you to come be in their program. So you need to yourself kind of believe in yourself and be confident in what you have to offer and why they're going to want to select you. What makes you different? What makes you stand out than everyone else who has the same education as you? You know, this is a good time spending your time to get different volunteer experience, different job experience, build those skill sets, and really have that arsenal ready on hand to talk yourself up about all these different things that you know, different things that you can do. One thing I can tell you, any employer wants to hear, any employer or school taking an intern, no one wants someone who's difficult and not flexible. If you're someone that's flexible, you're willing to work different hours, work different days of the week, if you're willing to do whatever your preceptor needs you to do, that's kind of what most employers are looking for, and the same is true with an internship program. They don't want to be picking students who are going to give them a bad name when they have programs set up with local hospitals, and you are representing that internship program. So you need to be able to be flexible, be professional, and be ready to take on anything that's handed to you, whether it's slicing a cucumber for the day or working in an ICU writing tube feeding orders. You need to be ready to take on either of those tasks with a smile, professionally, and be able to have enough awareness about you that you can take either of those situations and get something from it. And that all comes from you. So you need to think about that and really hone in on what your skill sets are, where you're confident, and really sell yourself at these interviews. And I'd recommend you have a portfolio to not only talk the talk, but have some proof to back it up and show during that interview process the work you've done. Show some of the things that you've worked on, people that you've worked with, why you're easy to work with, why you're hardworking. Think about all those things. I could go on and on about interviewing, and I don't want this video to be too much longer. Let me know if that will be helpful for you guys. I can do it more generally, interview style, professional tips if you want. Hopefully that'll help you out. Let me know, comment below if you would like more information on that, preparing for jobs, preparing for internships, anything else in terms of the world of dietetics and becoming a dietitian. I don't feel like I get to speak to this enough on my YouTube channel, and I would like to. So if you have some video ideas, things you'd like to hear more of, comment below. I do have a lot of younger viewers who I know are in college, and I've been there, done that. And if I was in your shoes, I would have loved to have had someone to give me some guidance and help me feel more prepared, because I was so insecure in college and uncertain of myself, and I did so well in college. Like, why was I so hard on myself? So hindsight's always 20/20. But anyways, I need to get out of here because it's creeping me out that people are pulling over and peeing in front of me. I want to get home. I'm tired. All in all, I hope you guys found this video helpful. Let me know if you made it through the whole thing. Comment below and tell me why you stuck around to watch this whole video, especially if you're not even into dietetics. I'd love to know. So I love you guys. Thank you for watching. As always, if you haven't subscribed and think you might want to, stick around. Please hit that subscribe button, and we'll talk to you guys in the next one. Bye. I've been waiting till the time was right where I could offer you guys something that you're worth. And you are worth a $1,000 shopping spree. You heard me correct. $1,000. The Lord, that's a lot of money. It's gonna be able to be used at Nordstrom's, Macy's, Kohl's, or I believe Sears. So I figured that was a giveaway that could be something anyone could use, any of my subscribers. I kind of have a range of subscribers. I've got